If you've only watched the Blue Lock anime, you might think you've already experienced the peak of this story. And don't get me wrong, the anime is good. The voice acting is on point, the soundtrack goes hard, and some moments really stick with you. But the truth is, the manga hits different. In fact, I'd say it's way better, and today I'm going to break down exactly why, without any unnecessary hype or anime versus manga war. Pacing and flow. One of the biggest differences you'll notice is pacing. In the manga, you control the speed of the story. When things get tense, you can slow down and study every panel. When the action is flowing, you can speed through and feel that adrenaline rush without waiting for the next scene. In the anime, you're locked to the episode's pacing. And for some arcs, especially certain matches in season 1, it can feel like the story is dragging because it's spread across multiple episodes. There are moments in the manga that take maybe 3 or 4 pages, but in the anime, they're stretched to a couple of minutes of screen time. That can kill the momentum, especially if you're binging. For example, think about the Team Z vs Team V match. In the manga, that game feels sharp and explosive. In the anime, there are pauses, extra reaction shots, and sometimes even reused animation to fill time. It's still good, but it loses that high-speed chess match feeling the manga nails. The artwork just hits harder. Now let's talk about visuals. You'd think an anime would always beat manga when it comes to visuals because it's animated, right? Not here. Blue Lock's manga art style is insanely detailed. Ego's intense speeches, the sharp focus lines, and the exaggerated goal celebrations. They look raw and almost uncomfortably intense. You can literally feel the ego and pressure in certain panels. In the anime, those moments can still look great, but the animation doesn't always capture that same raw energy. Sometimes the manga panels are so dramatic, they feel like they're about to leap off the page, especially when characters like Baru or Rin are in beast mode. The anime often tones that down, either because of animation budget limits or just to keep a smoother visual style. There's also the use of black shading and line work in the manga that gives scenes more weight. When someone scores in the manga, it's like an explosion on the page. In the anime, it can feel a little too clean sometimes. Censorship and intensity. This is something a lot of anime-only fans don't realize. The anime sometimes tones down the physical and psychological intensity. In the manga, tackles are rougher, trash talk is more brutal, and the stakes feel higher because nothing is softened. There are facial expressions in the manga that look downright unhinged, like the characters are losing their minds in the middle of the match. The anime often cleans those up, making them less scary and more TV friendly. And I get it, there are broadcast rules and they want the anime to be accessible to more people, but that slight edge being removed is part of why the manga feels so much more powerful. Character depth. Another thing the manga nails better is internal dialogue. Blue Lock is a psychological battle just as much as it's a sports story. Every character is constantly analyzing, plotting, and reacting in their own unique way. In the anime, a lot of that inner thinking gets shortened or cut entirely to keep the episodes moving, but in the manga, you get way more insight into what's actually going through Asagi's head in the middle of a play, or how Rin is reading the field, or how Baru's ego is affecting his decisions. That deeper look into their thought process makes the matches feel even more intense, because you understand the exact chain of decisions that leads to every pass, every fake, and every shot. The manga is way ahead. If you finish season 2 and think, man, I need more Blue Lock right now, the manga is already far ahead. We're talking the Neo Egoist League, the U20 World Cup, new characters, insane plays, and story arcs that take the stakes to a whole new level. And the crazy part? A lot of these moments in the manga make the anime look tame. There are twists, betrayals, and performances from certain characters that completely change how you see them. So if you love Blue Lock and want to experience the story at its peak, the manga is literally the only way to get there right now. Why both still have value? Now, I'm not saying to skip the anime entirely. The anime is still worth watching for the voice acting, the music, and seeing your favorite moments in motion. There's something special about hearing Bachira's laugh or Ego's speeches out loud. But if you want the purest, most intense version of Blue Lock, the manga delivers it better. It's sharper, faster, more detailed, and it doesn't hold back. Closing thoughts. So yeah, the Blue Lock anime is great, but the manga just offers a better overall experience. It's like comparing highlights to the full match. The anime shows you the big moments, but the manga gives you every little detail that makes those moments so good in the first place. If you've only been watching, I highly recommend picking up the manga. Even if you start right after where season 2 will end, you're going to see why so many people swear it's the best way to experience the series. Thanks for watching, and if you end up reading the manga, let me know which arc you loved the most.